In this video, we're going to see where your account decides which artificial intelligence models it can use. A model is, for example, GPT from OpenAI or Claude from Anthropic. In Qamaq, all those models are organized into what we call agent profiles. Each profile is a model ready to use, with its configuration. To get there, we go into Configurations. We select the AI and Systems submenu, and we select Agent Profiles. Here we manage the profiles for our organization and see the ones that already come included. The first thing we see is a table with all the available profiles. In each row, we have the profile name, its provider and model, for example, Anthropic with Claude, or OpenAI with GPT, the context window, which is how much information the model can handle at once, and the cost, the price per million input and output tokens. And notice the global label. The profiles marked this way come included with Qamaq, ready to use, and they are read only. We don't modify them, we just use them. That's why the edit button doesn't even show up on those rows. The profiles we create ourselves don't carry that label, and those we can edit or delete. That said, there's something we can do with any profile, even with the global ones. In the action column, that test tube icon, Test this profile, sends a quick query to the model. In a moment, a notice appears confirming that it responded correctly. It shows us its provider and model, and even how long it took to respond. We're going to create our own profile, but first, a heads up so you don't get lost. This step depends on your plan. If yours doesn't include it, the Create button won't appear, and that's not an error. You'll still see and use all the global profiles, and it gets enabled when you move to a plan that includes it. With that cleared up, we click the Create New Agent Profile button. The first things are the basics: a name and an identifier. For the name, for example, we'll call it Claude Sonnet, Production, and then the identifier. Next, in the LLM configuration section, we'll choose the provider. We'll use, for our example, Anthropic. When we select it, Qamaq shows us a table of its models. For each one, we can see its context window, how much information it handles at once, and the input and output cost. With that information, we choose the model, for example, Claude Sonnet. And notice this warning. Let's be clear. Qamaq is telling us this provider doesn't have a key configured yet. So the profile gets created, but it won't respond until that provider key is set up. It's a separate configuration step. Further down there are advanced settings, the ones for the model's behavior, like the creativity of its responses, the usage and cost limits, to control how much is used and how much is spent, and the base instructions that guide the assistant. Everything comes with default values that work well, so we'll leave them as they are. We save with the Create Profile button, and that's it. Here it shows our profile, and it appears in the list alongside the others. And one more very useful tool for choosing. We already saw that each model shows its cost and context window, but if you want to compare them all at a glance, up here we have Compare Available Models. Qamaq opens up a view that pits all the available models against each other, showing how capable they are versus how much they cost. So we can decide with criteria which one suits us best. A more powerful one for complex tasks, or a more economical one for day-to-day work. And that's how you configure your models in Qamaq. You have global profiles ready to start with, and you can create your own whenever you want a specific model, configure it your way, and use your own key. That way, your account decides which artificial intelligence and which provider your team works with.